Yesterday when we were at the school, we were discussing deer tracks, and we hit upon something that I see all the time, and I wanted to bring it up. I made a few sketches off of actual deer track pictures I got off the internet, and I want to discuss the difference between um, a, a good track and one that's going to fool you into thinking it's a good track. And I see this all the time on the internet, so I want to bring this up in a quick little tutorial. I'm going to turn the camera over to the page here and show you guys two different tracks, and then I'll explain from there. Okay, here's a couple of tracks. The top track is actually a tracing of one that Troy put up on my site. Thanks, Troy. That's a really good representation of a really good track. The one below now is another one I traced off the internet, a picture. It's perceived to be a very good track, and it may be a very good track, but there's quite a difference, and I want to point out the difference. As you see at Troy's, and I'm sorry I'm not holding this camera very still as I'm trying to do this, but I'm going to do the best I can. In Troy's track here, it's square. It's a rectangle track. I want to point this out. It's like a rectangle. Sorry, I'm drawing so goofy. It's hard to do this when I'm looking through the camera here. But it's a rectangle. You see that? It's a rectangle. Now, when I go down to this track, and that's a good walking track, a good square-toed, a good track. These are parallel with each other on the outside here. On the outside here. And that's what you want to look for. Now, this track down here, which I know to be a running track, but what'll fool you is now it's no longer a rectangle. Now it's a shape like this. Sorry, an alarm go off on my phone here. Now we got a shape like this. That's the shape of that track. And there's quite a difference between the shape of those two different tracks. This track is going to fool you into thinking it's a lot bigger deer. Most of the time when you see those, it's a running track, or it's in very, very, very soft conditions, and that it splays so hard because of that. But look for this to be parallel. Again, I'm having trouble doing this when I'm trying to hold the phone. Look for that to be parallel. You want that to be parallel instead of like this track is a V. When you see a track like that, you know it's a good one. You absolutely know. Another thing too, now I'm drawing on this a lot. This one here was more square-toed out on the front here. I like to see that as well. This one here was a bit more pointy out here. And I don't know why, but the big bucks, even when they have somewhat of a pointed toenail yet, will still have that square toe on them when they lay a nice track, a walking track like that. I don't know why it is, but you'll see that. So again, just quickly, when you're looking at these tracks, look for that rectangle, that a square look to it, the parallel lines. And when you see this V, be cautious, because you're probably going to misjudge that track. It's probably not as big of a deer as you think it is, and it's probably running or in very soft conditions where it's splaying out.